In this video, I am going to talk about some of the problems you might have if you're going to build a loft in a garage or maybe in one of the rooms of your home that maybe you have a single-story home and you think you have enough room to put a loft in there. The two biggest problems are going to be headroom clearances and where you can actually locate a set of stairs to get up into the loft. So here we have a conventionally framed garage with roof rafters and rafter ties. And here's our little loft in the back. And you can make your loft any size. I think you get the point by the time I'm done with the video where I'm actually going with this. Now this loft here is actually built in a garage with a 10-foot walls, and it's at the top of the built to where the floor would be even with the top of the framing plates. Let's go ahead and remove the roof and the rafter ties, give you an idea. Here we can see the floor is built even with the plates. You have plenty of headroom down here. You just don't have a lot of headroom at the top, as we can see here. So we can actually lower the floor while keeping in mind that we need to make sure that we have enough headroom at the bottom. Now, a lot of times your standard walls are going to be 8 foot tall, and your roof pitch, I think this is a 6-in-12 roof pitch, probably about 24 degrees, I think, if I got that number right. And you've got a little bit of room for a loft. You can put the floor down. Here you can see where, and I think I'm at scale here at about 6 foot, and down here. So I would say the minimum you could go, and I don't know if this is, if you're going to go through through your building department, then you would have to verify all the information with them. But I think 6'8", I want to say, is the lowest, but it might actually be 7 foot or 7'1" for the framing, for the lowest ceiling you can go. So my whole point of the headroom here is that you might not have enough room to put a loft in. So if you just want to build something for storage, that's one thing. But if you want to build something that you can, maybe you want to turn it into another room or use it for an office, something like that, then you might not have a lot of usable space if you have 8 foot tall walls and a lower pitched roof. And of course the opposite would be if you had 10-foot walls and a 45-degree pitch or a 12-in-12 pitch, you might have a lot more room. Another problem you're going to face will be a stairway. Where the heck are you going to put it? We can see here that I can't stand here. If I built a set of stairs off to the right or the left side, it's going to have a problem with the headroom. So you'd probably have to remove a collar tie or two. And if that's the case, you might need to figure out a way to relocate them. And so a stairway off to the side might require more building modifications, where a stairway in the center might not, but if you built this in a garage, this isn't going to provide you with a lot of usable space. You're not going to be parking your cars in the garage anymore. So, and the reason why I'm providing you with this info is just to prevent you from doing this. I've dealt with a lot of people who actually don't plan anything, and I haven't said this in quite some time, but planning, of course, is the most effective way to actually build something or to know if you can actually build it. And here you can see if it's located in the center, you'd probably still need to remove one of the collar rafter ties, but you'd be able to walk up the stairway without too much of a problem. And now let's say you wanted to put a set of circular stairs in, or spiral stairs, I should say, and you see a lot of those going up to a loft. Don't forget that they take up some space. I think they require at least 7 feet by 7 foot, and this is the minimum. I think they might even require, I've seen them where they require 11 foot by 11 foot. So if you're actually building a loft, you might have a problem installing a spiral stairway where you're thinking, hey, this is going to provide me with the answer, and it might not. So stairway and headroom is definitely going to be a big problem. And last up on the list, I kind of wanted to give you an idea. Remember, I said this was a 10-foot wall and a 6 and 12 pitch. And you can see here, this is a 4-foot sheet of plywood that I probably have about 8 foot of space here where I don't have to duck. And if you don't want that, then you might have to, like I said, do some modifications to the building, which might require you to raise a section of the roof. Now, if you're going to put the stairway on one side, you could always put the stairway on the side and then remove a few rafters. So you would have a roof on this side, and this one here might be flat or sloping up in this direction, something to give you a little more room. So, and again, you might want to do that with the whole room. You want to put a room up here, and you might want to remove the entire roof and raise it also so that you do have some headroom. So anyway, that's it for this video. I am going to make another video. This was a request for one of the viewers. I'm going to make another video on how to actually build the floor, a few different ways to build a floor for a loft like this one here in a garage.